Howdy folks, and how's everybody doing this evening? So, we're back with some more Path of Exile 2. Couldn't really be a surprise to anybody. We are reworking on our, what I jokingly called the knock on the coffin lid build. Now, what in the heck is that build? So let's talk about it for just a minute. The entire objective of the build is to combine summoner qualities with tank qualities. In Path of Exile 1, it is no secret my favorite class was absolutely Templar. And so that very much kind of feeds into the fact that we don't have that class yet really speaks to kind of what I'm reaching for. So we're putting quite a bit of points into strength, we're putting quite a bit of points into intelligence, and we are mixing energy shield, armor. We are using an all armor shield. We are using quite a few shield skills. The objective here, of course, is survivability, some damage thresholds for most of our summoner abilities. So for instance, Unearth does physical damage. Hang on just a second. Sorry, I had to send a text message to somebody who asked me to make sure to let them know I was live. Personally through text, so I've done so. Fulfilled. Done. Don't need to worry about that now. But the objective here, so Unearth is a good example. It is a minion skill. It does physical damage. That means it is mitigated by armor. Our shield slamming ability that we're using, again, the nickname Knock on the Coffin Lid, is an armor stripping ability. So we are trying to remove that armor down to the point where our Unearth will do some damage. Specifically on tankier bosses and such. Now, we have been exceptionally successful. We've only had like even one close call all the way through Act 1. We're on Act 2 now. Still in hardcore. Still in solo self-found. Let's show that, just so that I literally waited to do this to be able to show exactly where we are and exactly what's going on. So notice up here, this is hardcore solo self-found Rise of the Abyssal. Knock on the Coffin Lid is our character. We have a little warrior we were poking with. But basically, I like taking the concepts of other people's builds where they say, this is not viable. This is no good. You shouldn't be playing like this. And kind of laughing at them. So we are right where we left off at the beginning of Act 2. Now, let me get a quick grasp on where we are. We have our skeletal warriors. We have last grasp, but that means 4 seconds after they go to 0 health, they're still up. My objective with them is not damage. Their job is just to be a distraction. Ray's shield, which we have and can't get rid of because it's weapon bound to a shield. But we're not using it. It's not bound to anything. Unearth, this is kind of our secondary attack. I won't say it's our primary. It is our secondary. Contagion, we are throwing this at every opportunity. Skeletal Arsonists, these are our primary damage dealers. Ravenous Swarm, also here. Resonating Shield, this is what we're using in large crowd environments and on boss battles because this is an armor stripping ability. It breaks armor every time we hit it. Whoops. In an AoE, when that ability hits, we are shattering 50% more armor than what it reads, which was 14. So we'll be doing 21 armor per hit. And then trigger an explosion when they fully break the armor. Now, this is for AoE crowd control. Well, AoE damage, actually. And also for notification, so that I don't have to keep my cursor hovered over the boss to know that we took care of that. So we've talked to Zarka. She's told us that we need to clear out all of the encampments, yada yada. We are now doing all of that.
Death and decay.
We're putting on our contagion. Now we're going to unearth. And you see all of the minions have contagion. That's the point. That's why we do exactly that. Now, because we don't have any way to block naturally, we are using our shield charge as a block. And we are just cruising along. Whoops. These are our Ravenous Swarm, which is the support aura we took. Now, remember, because we're on solo self-found and we're playing where we have had no previous characters on the account, that means we don't even have all the skills we want to have yet. We definitely don't have all the supports we want to have because we're having to take what the game gives us as it gives it to us. That is part of the solo self-found experience. That is part of the reason we do that. But the entire reason I haven't played hardcore solo self-found in this season was so I could do this series right here. Basically just taking builds that people say can't work or classes we're waiting on and making rough estimates of what that class will look like using what we have. And that is way more potent of a conversation if you can have it in hardcore and solo self-found, where nothing is ideal. Now, I would like to get it where my Ravenous Swarm spreads contagion. I don't know that I'll ever actually be able to do that. I haven't looked at patch notes to know what is or isn't viable in that realm, but it killing something or damaging something, I would love for that to become a thing. Now we're literally just waiting in here to make a dent in things. And also this helps us block. And we made a miss. Nice, nice. That's for me. Remember the way Path of Exile 2 works, I don't even have an item filter running at the moment. Just because literally every item can be something of value. So always have an idea of what you're looking for and always have your eyes open for things that are of that ideal. Oh, look. A little boss maker. There is a Frina. And oh, she has food. I'm not sure if she was showing me that food exists or if she was offering me the food to consume. I'm assuming by the fact that she's walking off with it that it was just a, hey, look what I have. And now I'm poking a little bit of fun at her and she feels bad.
Rise.
That was not my intent, guys. Lesser vision rune, accuracy, okay. Hey! Checkpoint, lots of gold. Lots of lootables. We are probably close to full. Oh, I didn't even realize we leveled. Somebody better wake me up. This is hardcore. If I don't pay better attention than this, we're going to have a problem. All right, we're kind of headed this way for minion defenses to keep them alive. And right now, all of our points are going into intelligence. Thankfully, you can respec these very quickly and easily. So I don't have to worry about, oh, did I need a little bit of strength here? If I find that I needed a little bit of strength, I can go back and get it pretty quickly.
Get her before me!
Let's go. Now, y'all will notice we're really, unless I'm doing something dumb like standing on poison, we're really not even going through our energy shield. And the clear on this, while not impressive, is also not bad.
Leader of the pack.
My minions already came up here and cleared these two generals. That's crazy. We do have to watch our stun thresholds. For him and for us. Ooh, I'm glad we blocked that. And there we go. Now, they always like to ambush you here, but honestly, this is...
So many corpses.
This benefits us so much. Legitimately. The chaos is exactly what we need.
I think not.
That's what I figured. And we're actually pretty full. Health went down, but I was standing in a pool of bad, so, you know, that happens.
You defeated the raiders? Fate sends us a fortuitous stranger. Welcome to the Adura Agara.
Cheers.
You may travel with us in
You know what I
exchange
forgot,
for
chat?
your service as a Jinga.
Shame on me.
And you will have nearly the respect of one of our own for as long as you stay.
I apologize. I forgot to send a message to Discord. Y'all would think I was, you know, actually a decent streamer. Okay, there we go. And a reward. We got things. What do we need from here? Probably the Unearth skill won't be bad. Contagion's already level 5. Anything in here? Not really. Again, I don't have a plan here, guys. So I'm making this up as I go. Alright, we're going to take Unearth. Let's go find the hooded one. Let's sell our junk. We don't want to leave just yet because we want to go get our rewards. We don't want to do like we did earlier. Oh, that was why I was holding on to this, because armor and energy shield. The armor's half of what this is, but maybe with some good RNG, we can get what we need. Dooby-doo. So what we're looking for is anything with high armor or high armor and high energy shield that also gives us good stats that we need. Oof. I'm potentially going to sneeze here in a minute, and I apologize up front. All right. So we're going to jump back in here just to grab these two things. Not that I think they're necessarily valuable, but I hate leaving material behind. Like, actually. All right, on to the caravan.
A roving village.
The beast is on the move, twisting the desert as it goes, waking ancient dead and unknown horrors alike. The Countess brought it here as part of some nefarious plan. I assume she has allies here. We must track them down and convince them to give up this madness.
Okay, I managed to not sneeze.
Thank you.
Who goes there? By the sound of your voice.
It's
it cannot
tough.
be Marraketh. It is always intriguing to meet foreign warriors and learn their ways of war. I only hope I have weapons and armor that might be useful to you. I am Chambrin. Browse as long as you like.
We're actually going to
Sounds
disenchant this
like
through
someone.
Zarka here. All right, now let's check our stash. Let's see what materials we have if we want to even make an attempt at this. You know what? I'm willing to burn an orb of transmutation and an orb of augmentation to see what we get. Ugh. From this right here, I would never. Plain and simply.
Story?
Nope.
Stay in sight.
All right.
Speak up.
Let's look at what we got going here. Level 6. We're at level 5. So, as a reminder, our minions are actually level 6 because our scepter gives us level 5 minions, but then +1 to all minion skills. Plus, our helmet also does the same. So, we're not pressed just because this is level 6. It only makes the tank minions tankier, which is negligibly helpful. Oh, that's what it is. All right, let's check Chambrin here
Don't need to
for
rush.
shields that might not suck. All right, we're going to buy this one
Thank
to
you.
potentially try to craft on. We might not be happy with what we end up with, but we'll have to see. So this is already more armor on its own without the other. Is there another one? Nope.
Adorn
All right.
and survive.
So we'll kind of play with these two and see what we can do. I mean, that's not bad. Yo, give me just a second. There is a dog screaming at the door like their life. Oh, never mind. Freckles got it. They act like they're dying out there. I, in fact, know that they are not. So because this one has less to go, we're gonna level this one. This is suboptimal in almost every possible way, but it's still better than what we were running. So we'll make it. We will make it a thing. All right. Now we've got to go to the map.
I am
Well,
Asala.
We got to talk to
the second
Asala
of the
first.
Ardura. I care not where you came from, nor what caste you might have been there. All that matters is that you have shown yourself capable in battle, Jingak. Remain a friend to the Ardura,
Jingak.
and you shall have nothing but respect from us.
Now, they talk about respecting
This
people.
whole operation would be more efficient if they were dead.
They're not, by the way, chat. That was the point.
So, the beast has entered the world once more.
I would love
We
a
were following
Baldur's
trail
Gate
of
3
corruption before we
level
were waylaid.
way
Now
of
we
going
shall
in
resume
and
that.
being like, yeah,
We
y'all are the bad
Malachite
guys
are
too.
honor-bound to seek and contain corruption wherever it may be found. It seems the sacred duty falls on us once more. The trail connects to 2 locations, but we don't know where the beast currently resides. I am willing to begin wherever you and your shade thinks is wisest.
So here you truly get to choose where you want to go and what you want to do. Out of 2 choices, the Trail of Corruption, Halani Gates, or what's this one, the Quarry. I'm going to go to the Quarry first. Honestly, because it's the most dangerous. This boss notoriously one-shots people, but having shield charge, as long as we have our head on and we don't do stupid things,
Seems the Faradin have been up to
we'll
no
be able
good in
to
the
run
hills of
away from
Mordor.
them without any problem. Because if you don't, you die.
Death and decay. I will put you down.
Oh, can't look now. Now, we took that for the sockets in it. Not for its actual... But it may also just be good armor. Or we may be able to turn it into good armor, I say. We'll look at the stats on our armor here in a second, and we'll see. Okay, always pick up superior wands. No, we are not using wands. That is not part of our thing. But if you ever see a superior wand or scepter, pick that thing up immediately. That is one of the rarer things to get your hands on. There are too many things on the ground. I can't tell what explodey bits are mine and what explodey bits are theirs, so hopefully we don't die shamefully. Nice. Oh, okay, yeah. Let's not. Alright, I don't think we need that tier 5 skill gem. So we'll hold it for if we need to make another character and we can't find enough skill gems. And yes, that's a thing that happens. Ooh. We are just going to mow a man down. Yo ho. And we leveled. Do we want to go this way? Minions revive faster. I mean, we can do something with only 3 points, but I don't know. I'm not feeling this. We might come back to it.
I will put you down.
Dooby-dooby-doo.
Well, well.
Remember that your
Here's a sort
contagion
of
spreads
necromancy
on
took
death.
place here.
So when you cast it on something, if that dies first, you tend to spread that contagion to everything else, which then translates to their skeleton corpses, and that spreads it more. Alright, we're not going that way. We're going to go this way. Oh, never mind. We're not going that way. Ignore me. Like I said in the last stream, I'm actually surprised by the damage being done by the arsonists. I shouldn't be. They're intended as a damage class minion, but still, I am. You do have to remember to constantly be throwing out a mix of your spells so that you don't lose your contagion minions, so that you can continue spreading contagion, so that this little stomp continues to happen. It's a weird micromanage, but if you can't tell how effective it is, let me help you. My minions aren't even in that fight. My normal summoned minions. It is only our unearthed minions. Ooh, that's our first level 2 support gem. Nice. Man, we are just... we are eating it up. Now, because we're using a shield, and I have the shield slam... whoop, I have the shield slam key set. Or the shield charge key. Yo, raise the dead. Yes, sir. That is everything about what we are doing. How's it going, Crown? It's more than that. We're spreading disease. See our little diseased minion? He infects other things. They continue to infect and take damage. And we are here buffing and debuffing the enemy. Oh. No, that way. We'll go check these corners that I got distracted and didn't check. More corpses for the militia. Yes, blood for the blood god, or lack of blood for the blood god. The way they animated this particular spell, their skeletons just like ripping out of their flesh, is kind of crazy. They got away with. Like Blizzard would never. When we get to a calm period, I'll show what I'm talking about. So watch this minion right here. It's literally just his skeleton is being ripped out. Tired today, but this too shall pass. Yes, sir. I don't know if there were any bosses or anything else we were supposed to find. We cleared the map pretty well. If so, we'll come back. It's not like it takes us long to clear with this build. Nothing's even resisting or fighting back.
This lot were left down here to die.
Which always scares me.
Or worse.
That's what I'm most afraid of. Is just suddenly taking a single hit that I didn't see coming and falling over. But again, we're tanky as all heck, so identify this. We'll read it here in a minute. Oh, we gotta go clear this. Hello, boys. That was a lot. Okay. 32% more items. Higher rarity. Freezes you when activated. Alright, we dodged the freeze. You can do that, by the way. If you didn't know, if your timing is good, you can roll dodge the moment that the freeze is going to hit you and completely ignore the fact that it was going to happen. Oh, and of course, there's nothing here.
Death and decay.
Doobie-doobie-doo. Yeah, I was explaining earlier, Crown, the entire point behind this build is one of the weaknesses of a summoner build like this is your primary summons, this little bone skewer, is a physical damage ability, even though it's a spell. Which means armor plays a part in how much damage it does. It's also squishy. That's problematic. So to alleviate both of those problems, we're carrying a shield, we're also using armor, but also one of the abilities of the shield is this AoE, this AoE shield tap here, which strips armor. All right, we'll open up that skill tree here in a second. Oh no, we might end up with a second skill point before I can even get to that point. At this stage, the only thing I'm really worried about is the Act 3 Viper boss. Alright. More intelligence. Remember, we took strength here to be able to have a shield. We have some strength on our gear. But as we need, we can redo these passives. For now, we're headed for this set of nodes here. Then we're going to head up this general direction. Our aiming point is obviously this right here. This little minion, because it's a minion node. No, that's part of the point. Of course, it's not going to be as tanky as a true tank, but most of the caster classes have defenses of their own.
Death is my power to wield.
Yeah, I figured we were going to be full.
I think not.
But also, this raises our shield physically. Like, puts it up in front of us to block hits. Like, at 100% block chance. So I also don't have to worry about taking hits as long as I can keep myself from getting stunned. Alright, we need to go back to town because we're full.
What have you learned?
Identify our stuff, please. Thank you. Alright, first, always check the salvage bench, because this kind of material is valuable. And always disenchant your wands and your scepters, because that material is probably one of the rarest in the game. Alright, we're going to disenchant this. 260, 150. Okay, so we're going to hold on to this. The gain's 0.15 per second. That is one of my favorite bonuses on a life flask. Because what that means is the life flask is going to recharge in the middle of a fight without you having to do anything. And that makes me happy. Ooh, that's a really nice quiver. It's a shame we're not an archer. Hey, that's not a bad body armor either. Yeah, no, absolutely it'll save you in a pinch. Especially in a prolonged boss fight, which is where Necros tend to struggle the most. Because you can't raise a ton of minions. I definitely think we're going to roll to this for the extra armor. We'll also swap out this ring for this one because, well, this one actually has stats on it. Now, all of that we gained was crafting material. So this is something I don't know that you've seen about this game, Crown. I know that you're a Diablo fanboy, and I don't want to diminish what Diablo does, truly.
Stay inside.
But let's check this out real quick. We're going to toss this here. Ooh, we got all kinds of support gems here. Ooh, a new spirit gem. We're definitely upgrading this Ravenous Swarm. This is basically just AoE poison damage around your person, which is perfect. So if they get close to me, they're taking poison damage just because I said so. Now, we have... Let's use this ring. That ring actually kind of sucks. So, we have this magic ring right here. This takes a normal item, makes it a magic item. This takes a magic item and adds a new modifier. So we're going to take this, and we're going to add a new modifier, +6 to all attributes. Now I can use this next one and turn it rare with another modifier. And I can keep going. Had these been good hits, had these been positive, I would keep going, but Exalted Orbs are kind of a rare-ish material, so I try not to burn them unless what I'm burning it for is really good. But you can make the highest quality items in the game for yourself without any problems. So everything that drops potentially has value. That's a hard thing to explain to people. All right, let's look at... Let's look at our resonating... No, let's... what do we want to look at? Is there anything in the Skeletal Arsonist? So right now, higher area of effect, less damage, but extra projectiles. That's what we're working with. Let's see what these supports, what we might can do with it a little different. Ignites inflicted by supported skills spread to other enemies that stay within 1.5 meters for 1 second. That could actually be really interesting. More stun buildup doesn't help. 40% chance to chain. Critical hit chance, but lower critical hit bonus. We only have 2 slots at the moment, so we may not do anything with these at all. Explode when reduced to low life. I wish that the minions from... You know what? Let's do that. Minion instability. Minions from his supported skills explode when reduced to low life. So we're going to take our tank minions, and not only are they going to die for us, but when they die for us, they're going to explode for us too. This is the kind of crap you can cook up. All right, next. What's our shield charge doing? Anything's... Vanguard. Okay, that's good. Ooh, I like that. So this is probably what we're going to add. After moving at least 2 meters during a single use of a support skill, the rest of that use deals 40% more damage. We truckin'. Refill our flasks. Double check that we emptied everything like we're supposed to, like a good boy. Now let's go pick up all the junk laying around. All right. We're not going to pick that up anymore because we don't need to. We are going to grab this because that socket is valuable. Let's go ahead and build up a couple of minions here. Oh, this little T-junction just kind of poofed on us. All right, let's go. But I really think the melee minions exploding is actually going to help us in boss fights. Hey, man, no problem. Always glad to see you when you're here, sir. What in the teleporting around? Extra energy shield, huh? Even with haste, he can't hurt me. Ooh. Nice to get those gold chests now that they made it so that the color of chest guarantees an item of that same quality. Arsonists were a little slow there. Doobie doobie doo. Are we actually headed towards anything here, or just stuff we missed? Where is the next area? Gold. Oh, here we go.
Was that it?
No.
Already? Why did I pick that up? All right, we're going to rearrange things just a little bit to make a little extra room. We need to go back anyway soon, but more loot is more loot. Now, we are going to go back and sell just before this boss fight. Again, this boss fight in particular is notorious. I've never really struggled with them, but in solo self-found hardcore, you just kind of put it all in your stash just to make sure anyway. Because then if you die, it still exists. Oh, that was one of our minions. I just saw it and was like, yeet. This better go somewhere. I mean, we're getting good experience even if nothing else, but still. All right. Rudja.
How can I be of aid?
Identify. Remember to always check your salvage bench first. Anything you can salvage is always worth the material. Dang. What a two-handed hammer. It's a shame I have, like, absolutely no desire. Now, if we can get this to do a plus armor and plus percent armor, that's literally what I'm fishing for here. Trash. And it's too early to spend resources trying to do more with it.
That's nice.
It just... Unimportant detail.
I hear you.
Now, if we find one that happens to have what we're looking for on it already, them's bonuses. All right.
Take care.
No such luck. Double check. We're good. Next. All right, chat. This, the gorilla, and the viper are like the three notorious bosses.
Insane? Perhaps that is true. Burn, oppressors! Die, die, die!
Woo!
Image!
Burn, oppressors! Breathe it in!
All right, she's stunned. We're actually trying to break her armor real quick. We're not quite there yet. There we go.
For the king!
All right, because we had shield up, that did almost nothing. I mean, that's not fair. Half our health, but still. For a boss strike, that's nothing. Toasted. All right, and then we let her out of the cage.
Winds praise you. 1,000 praises, my friend. I thought I would die here.
1,000.
Please take me back to your caravan, and I will tell you anything you want to know.
Next week's winning lottery numbers.
I admire those who resist tyrants.
No, I don't get those. We're just looking for anything else that happens to be laying around here. Nada. Check this one last corner, and then we'll teleport out. Oh, it didn't turn out to be a corner, but it also turned out to be nothing. It's another Freena. Well, it's the same Freena, but another appearance of Freena.
Young one.
Doobie doobie doo. What is it with the good crossbows? Trying to look. This is probably superior. We're probably going to swap these out. First of all, it doesn't take life when I use it. I don't use it very often, but it's still... Ooh, level 6. I don't think we have anything level 6 yet. We are definitely using this on our arsonists. I say that. It doesn't tell me what I get for upgrading these. I wish it would give me a little more info.
Who goes there? Take your time.
But I can forgive it.
Blessings.
Okay. So, hard part's done.
storm nights.
We need to go to the table and select the Halani gates.
I know what Jaman Ra intends. Atop the burial spires of Deshar lie the Maraket's most honored dead. The king has become driven by madness to seek any trace of ancient flesh from those of renown or power in life. He intends to feed their bodies to the horrific creature he keeps in a cage behind his throne. They call it the Beast. I have seen it, and the sight haunts my nightmares.
All right. So we went over here and did this out of our two options. When the game does this and gives you multiple options, normally there's not a wrong... Okay, so there was something here in the quarry that we missed. It was just a set of chests. You can choose to go back. The boss symbols are the ones that you want to make sure you never miss. Generally, they'll have very special things that you can't get any other way, like increases to your spirit or other kinds of gems that just don't exist any other way. Y'all give me just a second. I need to run to the restroom, and I will be right back. Okay, so sorry about that. We're back. The Halani gates. Okay, inventory's good. These poor people.
Why have we stopped?
The Halani gates are closed, and the Faradan hold them in defense of the beast. We will have to find another way. Move swiftly.
From a logistical standpoint, I have a minor complaint. They made me travel there. They made me exit the vehicle when we could have stopped right here and had that discussion without two loading screens.
The Halani gates are closed, but there is another way. An ancient passage lost to time. It was used by the traitor Balbala.
Small efficiency
I can show
thing.
you where it is, if you will use it to stop Jaman Ra before it is too late. Farewell.
So, the outcasts have raised their new king from the grave, and he seeks to violate Deshar, to feed our honored dead to the beast. Such a transgression. Those vile dogs. Our city of the dead lies beyond the Halani gates. We should move to crush the Faradan immediately. Let us see if this defector's information is truthful. Infiltrate this supposed passage. Find your way to the top of the gates without being detected, and then call for aid.
Detected.
I shall answer.
Trying to get that accent is going to be hard
Right to
for
the
me.
last.
Right to the last. It uses some... I'm going to say this, okay? uses some odd tongue movement that I'm just not. I don't normally do that. I like voices. I like accents. All right.
Creepers
And we're almost to the point of the
crawls in
trial.
Dark spaces. How wonderful. Image! You should have served me!
I love the fact how it was like armored. Okay. That's gonna bother me for about the first 10 seconds. Knock, knock. Do make sure you are using your unearth, not just your... It's not even about the AoE at that point. It's about the fact that you got to keep your minions running. All right. Skill tree. Nice. 3% increased attack and cast speed. Any increases to attack speed are going to be fantastic. We're going to take the more defensive path initially, but we're going to take every node in this tree. Like, every one of them. For example, the explosion is based... The arsonists sound like they're based on their max life. So, even that... Spitters. You know what I'm surprised by, sitting here thinking about it? I'm surprised there's not an arachnophobia mode. I know there are in quite a few games now. Which is not something that I am afflicted with. But I do know some people who struggle with it immensely. Oh, we almost just ran up on that.
Image!
All right. I don't know what we did to deserve that kind of attention, but... Bobby, what's up, man? Cheers, sir. How's it going? Oh, we almost completely ignored the fact that that existed. Getting home from the lake. Oh, man, that sounds like a dream. I say that. I actually don't like fishing. It used to... That was my dad's favorite pastime growing up, was fishing. So it just always kind of... he's still with me and everything. Like, he's still around, but I always just went and read books on the back of the boat. If I fished for a little while and then was told I was doing it wrong. So that kind of just made me not want to fish anymore. 100 outside. Yes, sir. We're actually not getting above like 85, which is insanity for Texas. Especially this part of Texas with the humidity.
Hello, One day, they'll make a statue like this of me. Emerge!
Proximal tangibility. That's a hard word to say. Can we all agree that's a hard word to say? Oh, it's a boss maker. The boss maker 3000. Guaranteed to make more bosses. You just have to keep up with it and not lose it. We'll come back for the loot, I promise. It has to pick a mob to make extra special. Alright, looks like it chose a favorite.
Another corpse to serve me.
Alright, now we gotta go back and check on all the loot that we skipped out on running around here. To be inventory management. There we go. I mean, nothing of value here. We'll take the boots. We might can, if the boots have a good set of modifiers, we might can make something out of them. Ooh. Aha. Okay, I feel like there's supposed to be a fight in here that we've missed. If not, I apologize for wasting everybody's time. So, Bobby, you ever played any Path of Exile or Path of Exile 2 or Diablo or anything, any ARPGs like that? I know shooters are more your thing.
You should have served me!
Armored? Dang, sucks for you. You took a break for a bit. Alright, what are you playing these days?
No.
Don't tell me no.
Someone wanted these doors to remain shut.
Alrighty,
I should
so
open them.
this boss is what the community has deemed a tourist trap. Now, Runic, what the heck is a tourist trap?
Here.
What that means is, if you don't know the boss mechanics, this boss will absolutely slaughter you without you getting to fight back. Alright, we are buying this shield. Like, in just a second. We're gonna disenchant our stuff first. I mean, that's a better build. Not by much, but it's better. some kind of fire mage would go nuts with that. It's a shame we're on solo self-found, meaning I couldn't trade it with somebody if I wanted to. Armor and energy shield. What do we got? Better max life. Lots of resists. This is in every way better than what we have up here. That's why you always look. Almost 100 gigs of storage. Yeah, games are getting crazy with that. Oop. You know what? We're gonna hold on to this just in case we have to remake. Not that I'm anticipating dying at the moment. Like I said, I will probably die Act 3 boss. That's actually where I'm expecting to die. Legitimately.
It suits you.
Alright, this is a really nice shield. We are just barely able to equip it. Level 21. So, we're going to spend a little bit of resources on this. Nice. The stun threshold is actually good. I'm not a fan of Thorn's damage. I will never be a fan of Thorn's damage. However, I'm not mad about everything else. It's reasonable. All right, can we put one or two? We can put one socket in it, and we're also going to quality that up. So we are going, remember that our damage on all of our shield-based abilities is based off of the armor class of the shield we have equipped. This armor is 50. We were doing ridiculous amounts of damage. This armor is 151. These are not the same. I'm just looking to see what we've got here. I'm honestly probably going to socket it for strength, because that's a place where we need to make sure that we have plenty. So this shield will probably hold us for a while. Probably. So what did you need the space for, Bobby? 100 gigs isn't a problem as long as that's the only thing you're playing.
Well, if it isn't the traitor herself. Let's get this over with.
So the mechanic here that kills people is the fact that this person will disappear. And gas will start coming out. What you have to do is find them. As soon as you find them, gas stops seeping out. We got to watch our stun threshold here. Nice, nice, nice. So the reason this is a tourist trap is because if you don't know about that particular mechanic and you don't know what to do, you die. Ooh. Reasonably easy fight.
A spirit in a coin. How fun.
All right. Now we have our coin, so we can go do our Trial of the Sekimas. That will give us our Ascendancy class, where we're going to have to take a little while, and we're actually going to have to figure out what it is that we want to do. By the way, when you kill this boss, do not be surprised. Spiders spawn everywhere for no reason that I can find. No lore reason, no real reason. But the entire level respawns, and it's all spiders. We're just going to go check out this little area here. Everybody out of the way. Move. Thank you. All right, I think that's it. No, we want to use the checkpoint to go to the gates. Oh, and we leveled. Checkpoint. Am I? I'm not going to click on it because I don't want to accidentally teleport to the wall. Whew. Okay. Let's grab our skill point. Definitely grabbing the attack speed because every reason. Now, let's go back to the caravan. Nothing at the salvage bench.
So, you released Balbara from her prison, and
Yes,
she
we
fought
did.
well. Good. She may now earn her redemption, if the ancient places still hold power. Her barrier contains her soul. She will tell you what to do next. Warm nights.
What?
What? Well, identify... we need to identify both of those. Nope. Trash and more trash. Don't what me, old lady.
Stay in sight.
All right. And a level 6 gem. We're actually going to level this because it increases the armor break amount. And armor is going to continue to scale, so it is very important that we keep that one
Do not wander.
as high as we can. The others are, of course, important. You want to do that, but different. Oh, waiting for GTA 6 still? Or GTA 5? Why did I... Did I use the waypoint to come back here? I must have. GTA 5? It makes me wonder, I haven't actually looked, if GTA 5's traffic has picked up since the announcement of GTA 6 and the official release and all date has been announced and all that fun jazz. That happens a lot. But again, I haven't looked.
Advance with me. There are 2 more gates we must open.
We're working on it, lady. Oh, and this thing was right outside. Of course it was. Yeah, it has. Logistically, it should have, but you never really know with those.
A good find.
Enemy crumbles.
Oh, what was... Nice. Oh, we missed those. Okay. But yeah, it's always weird to me what does and doesn't pick up like that. Sometimes you see things and you're like, that only makes sense. And then sometimes you see other things and you're like, why is it that way? I really didn't want to quiver. And look at the attack speed go on those arsonists. Really makes me want to go Infernalist. But I'm thinking I need to look at all the Ascendancy classes, like, in depth. We may go a tankier route just to kind of solidify what we're doing here. But I honestly don't know. I don't have an idea. We'll have to see. I know anybody who plays this game religiously will tell you, you need to plan, you need to know what you're going to do. Most of that is held over from PoE 1, where respecking was impossibly expensive and difficult to do, where in this game it's simple. Like, the mechanics are in there for it, and it's not even a pain. So you don't have to worry quite as much about little mistakes. You can respec as many times as you deem necessary.
If we can allow the caravan through all 3 gates, my warriors will swarm them under.
Hey, y'all are starting to hurt just a little bit. Back up.
Onwards! Give these demons no quarter!
Emerge! I will unmake you!
More gems! Q Tarek. Alright. We will go with Unearth next, because that is our next damaging ability. Because our minions from there are our primary damage almost always behind the arsonists. Maybe. I say that. It may not, that may not be true. I wish I could do a thing like, if I said DPS meter, what I mean by that is like a practice dummy in my hideout that I can attack that will let me rotate through things and see what's doing how much damage. Instead of me having to go off of gut feelings. I also would like to say, on an ability like this that's a ground-based AoE ability, I wonder if there's a key I can hold or press to force it to always target the ground. What I'm noticing is if I hover over something while I'm holding the key down, it tries to travel me to that, even though I'm not using mouse movement anymore. Which is a little awkward.
Noxious.
Infection!
Shaman-Ra? How is this possible?
Watch your stun threshold.
I shall dethrone you, Sekama! I shall dethrone you, Sekama! And leave you to the
Ooh.
sands! I shall dethrone you, Sekama! Wrath for the king! I shall dethrone you, Sekama!
Now, we intentionally charged in because his stun meter was high.
I tried to seek
All right.
peace, and the Sekamas disgraced me. Left my corpse to rot in the sand. This This time, we choose war.
You receive the death you deserve, and I shall give you another.
We shall finish this. But not today.
Oh, come on! I wanted them to all jump you. All at once.
Jarman-Ra, the Corpse King, is running
Quickly!
away.
He conjures the very sands against us.
I want you to forever be known as Sir Runaway.
This is no natural sandstone. We must battle sorcery with sorcery. Let us
Never
return
even
to the
watched the
caravan
show,
entreat
and yet
Sarka's wisdom.
that's a quote that sticks out in my head. But that's only because it reminds me of one of my favorite books of all time.
Do whatever it
You will
takes.
forever be known as the defeated. You are not the pursuer.
We would in modern speak to Asala.
So if you've ever read the Stormlight Archive, that is one of the greatest fights ever written anywhere, anytime, and some of the craziest dialogue. Rhythm of War, Paladin versus the Pursuer.
I've got some trinkets. Do not wander.
Crazy stuff. So good, so well written. Oh, we need to look. What are we doing here? Make a corpse. Mark a corpse with a profane rune, dealing chaos damage over time to nearby enemies. Okay, not helpful. First, let's go and check out the shield skills. Anything? Shield wall. Okay, we're gonna know that exists and know that's a thing. All right, that's elemental weaknesses. So that'll be really good for our arsonists, but is not necessarily critical at the moment.
Bind Spectre allows you to pick and choose any monster to become your minion. Use this skill to see the options from the corpses around you, and use it again to select one. You can summon your chosen monster from the skills menu. Spectres revive after death, like skeletons do. Bind Spectre.
So potentially, here's what I'm thinking, chat.
Careful story. Here we are.
Instead of worrying about skeleton warriors and making sure we have a scepter that can handle that, going with a buff scepter, do we get a tank specter summon multiple? I'm thinking. I'm sure y'all can hear it thunking. We'll worry about that when we have a scepter where maybe we can do that. But that's an option now. That's something I want to keep in the back of my head. So we're gonna go ahead and bind this skill, and we're gonna kind of look at the different things that we kill along the way and see if there's anything that just like really catches our eye. Oh, that's right. We didn't need to go back here. No. Ah, Brunick. Get it together, man.
It's not time to kill them all yet.
Ah, yes. The horn of the Vestiri. Move swiftly.
All right. So now we are split into a bunch of different locations, all of which will give us things that we need. Boom, 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 boom. So we're going to go ahead and go to Trader's Passage. That's going to take us to the Ascendancy Trials. You're not supposed to know that. I know that. I have played this game a lot. Was it Trader's Passage? No. Let's try that again. There's the Trial of the Sekimas. That was what I was looking for. Y'all have to forgive Brunix Brain.
Traditions are meaningless drivel. But let's see what power is offered here.
Nice. Okay. So, what you do is you offer up the coin from the Jinn. It has a level attached to it. That becomes the level of everything in the trial. Now, it is very important to state, do not start the trials unless you have time to complete them. If you get all the way through and don't select rewards or do any of the stuff you're supposed to do at the very, very end, your coin is gone. You have to acquire a new one to even get the bonuses you're supposed to get.
We have met in battle, but not in peace. I am Balbala, once a traitor, long a sorrowed prisoner. As Jinn here, I shall serve as your guide. Together, we shall prove ourselves worthy.
Okay, so once you've put in a coin,
Goodbye.
you get this little thing here. All through this, you will pick up relics. Okay? These relics can give bonuses. Let's see if I can... Nope, I didn't think so. But I thought I would try. All right. So these relics give bonuses or negatives. And you slot in whatever you want to, whatever you have the ability to slot in, so that it will continue to be a thing for you. We also need to go in here because we need to set this. Oh, that was what I was looking for, as an affinity, so that if we pick up any relics along the way, when we go to put them in our stash, they automatically disappear into the relic locker. I feel like it should be a stash tab that you can see at all times, but it's not my game. Now, there are two ways to lose a trial. Die, which we're on hardcore. That would be very sad. There's also an honor bar that's like its own version of HP bar. Every time you do take damage, get hit by a trap, even if it doesn't kill you, it will remove honor. All your honor goes to 0, you're dead. Not actually dead. You're kicked back to the beginning of the trial. Oh, okay, this is going to be one of those. So, every one of these rooms will be something different. Survive waves of monster until the timer expires. Killing rare monsters reduces the timer. So, the better you are at killing,
Death and decay.
the faster this goes, is basically what that said. And chat, we all know exactly how good this build is doing right now.
Another corpse to serve me.
We have 6 seconds to try to kill this thing. Are we going to make it? 1. Ah ha 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 ha. Okay. It actually, we would have been just fine without killing it, but it would have disappeared. Hang on. child would like assistance. Opening jars, the father thing. Okay. We did lose some honor in there somewhere. Also, always check and make sure that there's not any holy water laying around. And we got a silver key. Now. Ooh, we are not doing that. We are not doing that. You have no armor. No, thank you. You and your minions deal 40% less damage. That's crazy. By the way, these negative afflictions are permanent for this run all the way to here. So, yeah. All right, so we're going this way. We wanted the silver key anyway. Defeat all rare monsters. So, the blood shoots out in the direction of the rare monsters. You do not have to kill anything else. Unless you're just low on honor, though, it's a little silly not to. Oh, that was bad. I mean, thankfully it didn't hurt me, but you don't want to lose honor like that. That was dumb. All of the attacks of every mob in here are overly telegraphed. You do have to notice them, though.
Putrefy.
We did that to stun. I'm not sure what he was fixing to do, but I saw him rearing up and I saw his stun meter low, so we did the reckless thing.
A great challenge overcome.
Thanks. All right, I saw something up here that... Oh. Sandals. We're just checking for loose loot. And our cup hath runneth over. Whoops. All right, so that's 2 silver keys. Some gold keys would be really nice. All right. So we want to look at where... Ooh, awards a gold key. Okay, so we want to go this way. Even though we don't want to get slowed down, gold keys are really nice. They're worth the risk. Okay, this one, these death crystals. You're going to click this. It's going to point you to the next closest crystal. You just have to touch all the crystals. You don't have to fight anything. And again, because all the attacks are so telegraphed, it's actually generally not an issue. Okay, no, we can go this way. And yes, we are legitimately just running. Where? Really? Brunek. All right, where is this last one? It pointed me way the heck over here.
And you beautiful.
Chat? This would be a terrible way to go out. Why am I being pointed at? Help! We're not gonna make it. Dun dun dun! So we don't get the reward, unfortunately. Or no, we did?
Mortality.
I just assumed we would fail and have to start over. All right, anything special here, or are we just going? All right, there's a wall here, so these... Oh. I'm not sure how you're supposed to get through those. Specifically, those spikes were a little egregiously difficult to deal with. See, these are actually taking some time. All right, lever has been pulled. That should open all the doors that were not open earlier, which should allow us to bypass specific traps and get to new areas. No? All right, we're not going through that again, because I'm not about to lose more honor on that just because. Maybe that'll kill them? Oh. All right. Yeah, I don't know what that's about. You want to be really careful with your movement tech here. You don't want to overboard anything. Silly ways to lose honor. Worse because it would slow us down now. Lever. Pull the lever, Crunk. Oh, 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 oh.
Emerge.
All right. These are open now. That means we should see the way out. No touchy. Nice. And with the level up. 20% minion resistances. Nice. That will make them much harder to kill. We definitely want to use that on our Spectre. We really haven't been looking for a Spectre target. I need to remember to do that. Bronze key. All right, and this will potentially give us a bronze key or... Trying to look through everything here. No, I'm not interested in 50% more life. No, thank you. Awards a pledge which can be accepted to change the trial's parameters. Let's go that way. I don't know what that does. I've not done enough of these. Oh, another hourglass survival thing. Survive. More just don't take damage.
None can oppose me.
I apologize if anything's happening in chat. Oh.
Oh, that was close.
It was? How so? Little inventory management. Hey. That might be really good, because what we have... that 14 to strength we really can't do without, I don't think. Not without going all the way back to town. So we won't deal with that. Okay, choose to take on a pledge. We put in 5 of our holy water. Gain a random minor boon. Gain a random minor affliction. Gain a glowing orb. The next time you go below 20% max life, restore all life. Remove worn sandals. Gain another random minor affliction. So the worn sandals might legitimately get us killed. Hopefully whatever affliction, minor affliction. Okay, we removed that. What did we get in place? Monsters deal 30% more damage. Ooh. I wonder if the boss counts in that too. All right, let's see what we got here. Bronze key. Restores honor. All right, let's do this because we're already missing some honor. Then we'll hit the water fountain and then the boss. We definitely don't want our water, our honor to go too terribly low. Thankfully, it doesn't count against me if my minions take damage, because...
Putrefy.
Hey, we take those. It's a relic. All right. We're gonna grab Contagion, level 6.
I will put you down.
Ooh. Nothing of real value there. Oh. That did not take me on the path I expected, so... Oh. Okay, Brunick. Almost got yourself in all kinds of trouble. Being a dummy. Let's not be an imbecile. Okay, my little things came out. There we go. To say, anytime the little bugs come out, I know that bad guys weren't near, and now they are. I mean, sure, I'll just walk right through the middle. You're gonna swap doors on me? Yep. So half the doors that were closed are now open. Or all the doors that were closed are now open, and all the doors that were open are now closed. Nice. Very nice. Trial complete. Alright, like Zuko, we're here to restore our honor. Sorry, that was a bad joke. Oh. Oh no! We can't see further ahead in the rooms. We're doing this just to have that. All right, I saw it go this way. There we go. This is a little more positive here. This is what it's supposed to look like when you do one of these. Instead of just running around like a headless chicken and not being able to find the last one.
Impressive endurance.
Okay, let's go make sure we pick up all the water. Check all the chests. Nope. That's level 7 warriors. We might be about to that point where we need to try to... I think we're going to hold until level 8. I don't even know at what level that happens. But I am going to pick that up just in case I want to look at it. What you want to do is when you're going to adopt like a new scepter or a new item like that, you want to wait unless it's just ridiculously more powerful.
Relish your mortality.
All right, boss time.
The foe ahead is formidable. Steel yourself.
A formidable rock challenges me.
Stand clear.
Now what we're watching is this icon up here that's telling us how much armor we've broken off of him. There we go. Now we can hurt him. Oh, that was a big hit to take. Now, every once in a while, we want to come back over here and reapply the armor strip. He's almost stunned. Oh, we let the armor fall off. Come on.
Look out for the slam.
That was a relatively easy fight.
I knew you would succeed.
I think not.
Despite the mistakes that I made repeatedly. Brunick, what are you? You're trying to make room for a helmet. What were you doing? All right, ascendancy time. Now let's see what what they have for sale here. Increased movement speed, increased defenses. I kind of like that one. Okay.
We will succeed.
So first things first, we need to put some stuff away out of our stash here. So we have room for some stuff. We're going to go over here to an unused thing and just dump everything, and we'll come back to it. All right. Now, the reason is because we have these keys, a gold and 2 silver, and we're probably going to get another silver for this right here. Yep, that's exactly what happened. So now we get 3 silver chests and a gold warrior's chest, gold boots cache. I mean, our boots kind of suck, so I don't know that that was better. Shame on me for expecting that to go well. Brina has to be, like, out cold or something. All right. Medium relic cache, royal cache. I don't know what the royal cache is, but we're going to try that. Hey, gems! All right, so one of these gets left behind. Body armor, warrior. What's our body armor is relatively recent. Yeah, and decent. So what's the warrior's cache? Weapons. And then the medium relic cache. That was 1. That kind of makes me sad. Okay. Now, let's pick our ascendancy class. The reason we're here.
Power awaits.
I apologize up
as
front.
expected.
This is going to take me a little while. The reason this is going to take me a little while is because I don't know which of these I'm actually potentially going to do. Because I haven't planned this far ahead because I wasn't sure we were making it this far. So let's look at their initial passives. Do they all have any? Let's look at this. So generally speaking, this node has something in it. All right, Infernalist. What do we get? Maximum life. All kinds of damage taken as different types, mostly fire and chaos. That makes resistances easy. Interesting. Reserves 25% of life. Plus 1 maximum energy shield for 8 maximum life. 8 life. So right now, it would give me 60 extra energy shield. That for 25% of my health? I don't know that that's worth it. Oh, that one might be. Demon form? Okay. What are we doing here? Shapeshift into a demon, vastly bolstering the power of your spells. Demon flame every second you remain in form, causing your life to be lost at a faster and faster rate. Faster cast speed, life lost per second. 3% more spell damage per demon flame. Okay, got it. That's such a double-edged sword. All damage from your allies in your presence contributes to flammability and ignite magnitudes. Fire! Okay, max mana is replaced by twice as much maximum infernal flame. Gain infernal flame instead of spending mana for skills costs. Take maximum life and energy shield as fire damage when infernal flame reaches maximum. Lose all infernal flame on reaching maximum infernal flame. So when you reach max, you take damage. Then it all dumps. Until you take 2 seconds out. Okay. Isn't infernal flame what... No, demon flame. Okay. While on high infernal flame, you and your allies in your presence gain 50% of damage as fire damage. Ooh, okay. So, my immediate thought is rumble heat. If you've ever played League. Become ignited when you deal a critical hit. Wow. Minions have 12% increased life. Summon Infernal Hound. Okay. Minions ignite enemies. So, like, just passively? All minions? Or is it just that minion? I don't like the wording that doesn't tell me what I need to know. Okay. So, Infernalist sounds like it might be an interesting option. That was originally what I thought we were going to do, but I want to read these because I know they've changed. Grant skill life remnants. Skills gain a base life cost equal to base mana cost. This passive skill is free to allocate. Okay, so life or mana cost immediately goes to life, and I no longer have to think about mana. Drink the blood of your enemies to restore your life. While active, enemies you kill have a chance to spawn life remnant, and hitting a target spawns a life remnant every few seconds. Picking up a life remnant grants you life, which can overflow maximum life. Oh. How does it overflow? So we can go up to 1.5 times our maximum, but I don't... Whoops. Wow. Okay. I don't feel like that's correct. Because we'll be using our life constantly to cast. So I don't feel like we'll ever get that. Critical hit chance. Base critical hit chance is 15%. Ooh, that's interesting. The higher our life goes. This is such a life-focused thing that may be increased life leached. 10% of spell damage leached is life. Okay. Okay. I'm starting to kind of see. Bleeding you inflict on cursed targets is agitated. Elemental damage also contribute. Okay, so we're not doing any elemental damage except fire. 50% less life recovery from flasks. That's bad. Gain 1 life flash charge per 4% life spent. Interesting. On hitting an enemy while a life flask is at full charges, 40% of its charges are consumed. Gain 1% of damage as physical damage for 3 seconds per charge consumed this way. How many life flask charges? 75 charges. So that's 40% are consumed. The math. The math! So 10% of 75 is 7.5. Multiply that by 4. God, doing math on stream. 28, 29, 30. 30 charges, so 30% extra physical damage. Interesting. Increase maximum life. Of life lost from hits is prevented, then that much life is lost over 4 seconds instead. Tanky as hell. Oh. So that looks to be the tank way. And that's going to get really interesting. Now let's look at the Lich. Okay, energy shield, maximum mana. While you are not on low mana, you and your allies in your presence have unholy might. Unholy might is above 30% of all damage as extra chaos damage. Okay. But you're losing 5% of your maximum mana per second. That's crazy. 3% increased max mana, 4% increased magnitude of holy might buffs you grant per 100 maximum mana. So it's 30% until you do magnitude. Good lord. Okay. Area effect of curses. We're not really playing with curses. We'll do some, but cursed enemies killed by you or by allies in your presence have a 33% chance to explode. I mean, that's good wave clear. But that's not really... That's not where this build struggles. Spells deal 30% more damage when sacrificing energy shield. Sacrificing energy shield does not interrupt recharge. Sacrifice 5% of maximum energy shield when you cast a spell. So this is an energy shield tank? No inherent mana regeneration. Regenerate mana equal to 6% of maximum life per second. So 1% of maximum life is 5. So 6% is 30. Per second? That's a lot. Ooh. Your life total cannot change while you have energy shield. So you're taking 10% less damage. Okay, both of these are tanky as hell. This one seems like it's going to be the most interesting, though. Let's do it. I think. Let's do it. Before the game times me out. Alright, so we got this one for free. And we get 2 more points to spend. So skills gain a base life cost equal to base mana cost. Automatically. So I want to do the life leech up front. Yeah. This feels like the only smart thing to do. Hopefully, it counts this as a spell. It should. And as spell damage.
Should you need. May that serve you.
We gonna learn today. I apologize for taking so much time with that, chat. I really wanted to kind of get a feel for it.
Quickly.
I also now want to look at the tree and look for things that give me efficiency bonuses to spellcasting.
Young one.
Because, you know. Woof. That's a hell of a staff for a monk. Wow. It's a shame I'm not a monk. Whoa, dang. We'll look at those again in a second. All right. You never disenchant these? Okay. Yes, everything about that. My only disappointment is there's increased rarity on this, but I can live with that. All right, let's look at these sockets. Increased accuracy rating means nothing to us. 5% increased effect of your mark skills means nothing to us. Charm charges gained. What's a charm charge? Oh, charms. Duh. I'm sitting here like, what do you mean? Alright. Warcry cooldown recovery rate. Inflict bleeding on hit. Now that we can do something with. And offerings have 21% increased maximum life. We have a freckles. Oh. Okay. I was informed. Nuh-uh. Exactly like that, too, by the way. Alright. Now, we need to go in and grab all of our juicy loot here. Get it all identified and get it dealt with so we can move on. Hello. That's a nice stick. Ooh. We lose 12 energy shield. We gain a little bit of evasion rating. Not worth it, but I like it. Oh, man. Okay. Okay. We're going to switch boots. These are not better boots. But there's a reason we're switching boots, chat. I will explain momentarily. Okay, so right now we have this crappy amulet that just gives us a bunch of strength, which we happen to need because, well, we're a caster. So we hadn't really done anything with this. But we have this really nice necklace here that will give us all kinds of things we need, like 10% increased casting speed, extra fire resist, extra mana regeneration, extra mana, extra rarity of items found. But we need the strength. So we're going to swap out these boots, not because they're better boots, but because they should allow us to do that without losing access to any of our items. We're just going to check over everything and any of our skills. All right, we are good. I thought that would be the case, but I wanted to make sure. Now, that showed as a skill, but it doesn't take any spirit. But does that mean that I can put a support gem in it? Oh, but it says it'll be an additional reservation. Dang it. It was a nice try. But I'll bet that if I do that, I will lose spirit enough that that'll be a problem. Okay, so next we want to check. We were going to look for a scepter. What is malice? I mean, I know what malice is, but... Critical weakness. Danny D, what's up? What is critical weakness? Oh, okay. So it just takes down their critical hit chance? I mean, that's good. That's just not helpful.
What?
I know. I'm sorry.
Young one.
I offended you. That's okay. I don't mind offending. So,
Yes.
how was work, Danny D?
Choose or do not.
We are going to RNG a scepter.
I am fond of that.
Do I wanna? You didn't get to breathe? Yeah, that kind of seems to be what
I am
happens.
fond of that.
Ooh. Clocked out 10 minutes late. Hopefully they don't care about that and you don't get in trouble. I know some places they get really mad at you for that. Level 7, we're 22, 23. Okay, so 7 is kind of the threshold there. Ran out of cookies. What kind of cookie place runs out of cookies? A really
goes
good
there.
question.
No need to rush.
All right, so the level 7 is kind of the cap here. Where was that level 7? That's right at where we are. So we're gonna slam this. Cold damage, extra intelligence. So this is definitely the one we want to kind of go with. We're gonna. That was oh. Okay, so I'm going to burn this. This particular thing removes a random modifier and grants a new one. Please, Lord. We have 2 useless modifiers. I'm going to get a little upset if the only useful one is the only one that it does anything with. Okay. I don't hate that. I wish it would have gotten rid of the reduced attribute requirements, but I don't hate that. There was the bonus I really wanted. Increased spirit. Now, we do need to go back through and make sure that we re-equip this. I really wish they would make that happen without you having to do this manually. So, we now have 43 spirit to play with. And we can use that either to enhance things or do other things. Potentially binding specters. For now, we might do those buffs that I was looking at earlier. We're not going to disenchant that because I actually want to hold on to that in case we ever have to rebuild, because that carried us really well. All right, I think that's all the stuff we can do for the moment. Okay, so Trial of the Succumbers is done. Next, let's go to the Mastodon Badlands. I mean, it really doesn't matter at the end of the day. Go away. I really need to work on auto mod. How do I get rid of... There we go. I was trying to get rid of the thing at the top.
A place of ritual and bone. I should retire here someday.
So your other account was a mod. Hang on. That is a fantastic idea, and I need just a second to make it happen. Hold on, chat. It's going to take me a second to make that happen. It's my my normal viewer thing won't give me the ability to do that. There we go. All right, how bad is the life drain? That's not insignificant.
Putrefy.
Okay. This is gonna be interesting. You gotta remember to pick up the little life motes. All right, we're definitely picking up the superior weapons here. Okay, so especially in wave clear, the life isn't noticeable. But I also am not seeing the life steal the way I expected to.
A ritual. Raised from bone. I like these lost men.
So as a mod, I haven't been a mod in a very long time on a Twitch stream. As a mod, do you have an easy way to decide any banned words? Because it's always the same website. Here's where it's going to get interesting. And our life total could not be bothered. Interesting. I expected it to be a resource I needed to manage, to be honest. You're trying to figure everything out now? Okay, cool. Well, let me know if I can help. I appreciate the help. Oh. Yep, I realized, as you said, by the way, I realized what probably was wrong. Newbie streamer.
Death and decay. A beautiful murder.
Okay, so I missed a couple of health orbs, and I'm starting to feel it now. Once we're rolling like this, it doesn't seem to be a problem. It's only when we're kind of half fighting. I could see it being an issue in boss fights. Nice.
Another corpse to serve me.
The stun on that was clutch. Okay, where can I see like a life reservation total? Because it was mentioning that I can have up to 50% extra life, but I'm not seeing any kind of indicator.
Rise.
Oh, there it is. Okay, yeah, it's right here. Of my life total over the thing. So that's where things get good. Got it. The overfill on life. Kind of crazy, though. I think skill efficiency will go a long way, and we might look into where those nodes are. All right, so we're going to step into the bone pits to get the waypoint. But I want to check out the area we were in.
Necromancers. This place.
Because I know there's other stuff in here. I wish the orbs would last a little bit longer. But honestly, it just keeps me moving forward is what it does. Which is probably at the end of the day superior for what I'm going for anyway. But it's just kind of one of those things that's going to take me a little while to get used to the ebb and flow of this. Okay. Are there any skill efficiency nodes here? Spell damage. Ooh. Because that's a remnant? That might be good. We're just kind of looking at all the different things. We skipped over a bunch of this because it wasn't doing what we needed it to do. But we may be to that point now. Effect skill duration. Okay. Chain skills, nothing useful. Ooh. Presence area of effect. Your presence in an area is an area around your character. Oh, okay. So all auras are 20% bigger. Plus I get a 4% increase to spirit. That could have value. Spell mana cost converted to life cost. Okay. So this is kind of cooking. Remember that we're now, every time we cast, our life is going down. But we have lifesteal on our spells, and we have those little health globes to pick up. Coming up here, 40% increased spell damage with spells that cost life. Plus quite a bit more to get there. That's pretty crazy. I'm just looking at all the nodes around. So I want to keyword efficiency. If I can spell, there may not, I may not be able to spell chat, so we may not be anywhere. Mana cost efficiency. That doesn't help me because we're not dealing with mana costs. Dang. So they probably knew exactly what I was thinking. Oh, good lord. Yeah, no, we're not going to be able to make anything down here. But I just kind of wanted to look, see what we got here. I was hoping to see a skill efficiency. Oh, well, I mean, that'll do. All right. So we're just going to keep going how we were going. More minion stuff. So what we were looking for was the ability to reduce the overall cost of the skills we were using. Alrighty then. I expected more. I don't know why I thought that was going to summon something to attack me. Video game logic, free loot's not free. Lightless Passage. This is new and added just recently.
Still fresh. How delightful. Rise!
Nice level 2 support gem. So I do wonder with the specters.
I will feast on your soul.
Like, is a tanky minion that I raise tanky? Is a spellcaster, or is it just a... Is it just a form? Like, if I raise something that has a suicide ability, will I have a suicide ability on my minion? Will it just decide to blow itself up?
Death is my power to wield.
I wish there was, and maybe there is and I can't see it. I wish my health bar here had a third bar. I know that sounds a little dramatic, but the overheal effect that I have, and again, I'm colorblind, so a different colored bar, because I have my energy shield here, and I have my health here, to be able to know how much of that extra health is left at a glance without having to look over here and do math. And maybe it is there, and it's just not something I can see. But, like, I'd like to know when it's full and I can cast freely. I'd like to know when it's close to being out and I need to be a little more reserved. And it's a little disconcerting to see myself take what I would consider chip damage and looking at my health and it didn't move. And I'm like, wait, did I get hit or not? The answer is yes. I just... All right.
Sealed with something foul. I won't be going any further just yet.
Nice.
Whatever's waiting below. It'll have to wait.
Mr. Hooded
The
One.
ancient enemy has returned. But why is this one not attacking us?
This language, it was in some of the forbidden tomes.
In a time long past, I aided an alliance that fought these beings for centuries. They are
Terms to
Atlas,
auto-mod.
the
Nice.
Abyssals, the spawn of the Well of Souls. I
If
can
not,
teach
we'll
you
figure it
this
out.
ancient tongue, for knowledge was our greatest weapon.
I appreciate the help.
Still, time is short. Make haste.
Ooh, that's a neat trick.
You now possess understanding of their language. Tread Kulamak, the Lich Lord.
I hate that they just, like, matrix to the fact that you can now understand.
I like you.
So, basically, the short of it is, they're supposed to be terrible. They're not, and we don't know why. So, we got a jawbone. I don't remember what those do exactly. Rare weapon or quiver. Does this technically count as a weapon? It does. Okay. So, now, what happens? The entire reason that we have this currency that was that jawbone, and we have those little fissures that we've been fighting this whole time, is for this right here. You add a veiled modifier to something, and it will then throw it out and let you choose what to do. 13 to strength, that might be valid. Mana regeneration and light radius is useless. Mana regeneration is useless, so strength it is.
Dragged from the depths and into
So,
my...
we corrupt it, we throw it in the well, he goes and fetches it like a good boy, and brings it back. Alright. And we can do that as much as we like, for as many things as we like, as long as we have the materials. Okay, we have level 2 support gems. We have quite a bit of spirit still to use. I'm really conflicted. That's too many words. I'm not dumb, okay? I'm really not. But sometimes I look at some of these and the wording looks intentionally convoluted and confusing. Damage over time with non-ailment debuffs inflicted on full life enemies by skills. Really? Ooh. All right, we may look at doing that. Anything on the resonating shield? Support skills blind enemies on hit. Hang on. Blind? 20% lower accuracy rating and evasion rating. Okay, that's not going to help us. All right, we're not going to do any of the support skills at the moment then. Let's get all this put away where it belongs. And we'll get all that identified here in a minute. But we want to go finish clearing this out because, well, that's half the fun. That's why we're here after all. So I'm very curious with my management stuff up, with the application that I'm using to watch chat, if I'll see anything auto-modded. Or if it just won't even appear. Or if I'll be able to look at that and see it. Scrolls of Wisdom. Are we out of stuff? There we go. Oh. I fear we may have killed most everything. Yeah, you're a mod, so the rules don't apply to you.
Oh, murder!
Or at least I assume that's true. I keep clicking on my own minion. What is this? Tells you how much I've played this season that I keep actually not knowing for sure where everything is. I've gotten one character past Act 1. What does volatile souls mean? Nope. Nope. None of that. Absolutely none of that.
Death take you.
Okay. That's probably everything of value out of here. So we're going to check this one other corner up here because I don't know. I don't have a good reason. Yep, see, it was nothing.
Quickly.
Alright, check the salvage bench first. Because those materials are valuable. Ooh. Okay. This is potentially a superior flask in every possible way. So we're going to see what that looks like. All right, we're going to take this. Fill it up. I don't like that I don't have the charges per second. You know, I could have also... Ooh. More recovery on low life. All right, well, we're swapping back now. Look at me being all kinds of indecisive.
Do not wander.
Okay, everything's put away. We didn't want to go back to Lightless Passage. We wanted to go to the Mastodon Graveyard. Yeah, that was where we wanted to go. Hopefully, nope, that map is not still up. So, do I see anything here? Shrine of Bones. There's not like a boss symbol or anything until Bone Pits. So we have the teleportation to Bone Pits. We're going to go there. That's why we went in the entrance and grabbed the waypoint. Can I see the auto mod thing here right now? No, I cannot. If you're saying there's supposed to be something on the screen, I don't see it. Not on this application, not the way it's set. Cool. Well, it didn't come through, so that's... Oh, it's the boss maker. Follow the boss maker. That temporal bubble sucks. Oh, I want out of here. Get me out of this temporal bubble. I don't want to play anymore. Okay. That was all we got, was one little thing of bracers? That's crazy. Oh, cool. I'm glad it gives you the option. So I need to figure out at some point how to see those. Not because I necessarily want them on my screen, but in case somebody says something that shouldn't have been caught. But I'm sure there's mod settings in this application. I just haven't needed them yet. Okay. Starting to build that health pool back up again.
A beautiful murder.
Always check your corners because, well... Yeah, I needed to check that. It could have been a boss, could have been a whatever. I also needed to not be running there, because the game could have said, haha, and killed me. Alright, first piece of the relic. He breaks armor. How ironic. How's our life total doing here? We haven't even noticed. Which is a crazy mad statement, by the way. Because we have done nothing but cast. That was convenient timing. Powerful minions. Great. Very nice. Very nice. That was a decent fight. Minions revive 25% faster. That's going to be good. Exalted Orb. I kind of want that bone minion. I wish I knew how much of the original creature's stats and stuff actually kept. And I need to kind of figure that out. But I don't want to use up the skill gem to do that right now because I don't have a ton. As soon as I have a level that includes that skill, the Spectre skill, where I can, and I have spares where I don't need them, I want to go check it out. Oh, okay. Some of these guys explode. We need to be watching. Unless something is exploding those corpses. Oh. What was that we just said?
Beautiful murder.
Superior. Nice. Okay, we have just kind of been walking at things and not really paying attention to where we're going. Nice, an essence. All right, let's get it. Let's get a little bit of a battle squad built up here.
Death is my power to wield.
Very nice. Okay, so that was rare item for extra accuracy rating. Useless to us, but... Or useless to us on this build. Let's check out this helmet. Spirit magic helmet. Of course, that reference is so old at this point. I don't know how many people actually know it. My kids do, even if they don't know why. Why do we have a smiley face? Look at the... Boop, 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 boop. Even has a chin. When did we kill all this? Apparently at some point. We're gonna go this way first. Man, I feel like once we get rolling, I feel nearly invincible, which is a terrifying feeling. But getting that roll started is a little iffier than I would like. All right, little skellies.
I think not.
Yeah, it's going to require a trip back to town. Maybe not. Maybe I can make something work. If I had a child. I'm being told to touch a child. Sweetie.
Quickly.
Okay. Disenchant a bunch of junk. I would like to be able to use a bunch of this, but it's definitely not for the build we're using, and we can't trade with other players, so I wonder if I could get my life regeneration up high enough to not feel worried even just a little bit.
Here for a story. I will tell your tale.
That would be fun to me. Heal like 40 health a
Browse
second.
as long as you like.
Just kind of looking at what's for sale.
Take care.
Armor and evasion rating, not useful to me. Oh, here we go.
Oh my, what a gorgeous rite. I'm ready. Image!
See, I'm worried about it with this fight. This will be a good boss fight for us to check on. Watch our stun meter. Watch our health. Oh. No. I don't wanna. Oh, that's bad. That's bad, Brunick. Come on. Get your crap together. Alright, he's down. Or he's not?
Your turn, Mastodon.
Sit down, boy. There we go.
I suppose I am your best. These should come in handy.
That took me a little longer than I wanted. Freckles!
How can I?
Never to your colors?
These
That makes absolutely no sense to me. Alright. Armor and evasion, armor and evasion, armor. It's just on threshold. We do not care, not even just a little bit. Support gems level 2. Easy enough. Let's see if there's anything else in the Mastodon pits. Oh, that was almost bad.
A beautiful murder.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, that's great if you can see them. That actually gets me in trouble sometimes. This is the perfect ADHD game. Okay, so it's like that, it gives me the same kind of juice that I get from playing something like Helldivers, but without being nearly as frantic. The only reason this is frantic is because I am choosing to play it on a hard enough difficulty that if I die, I start over. That is a choice that I made myself, not something I was forced into, because I wanted to see how well this build could do. But no, otherwise I agree. It is a beautiful ADHD game. Oh. Okay, so I've checked all the corners. Is there nothing else? There's a little bit of undiscovered here. Another checkpoint? Maybe something? Nope. Your ADHD was not on your side during work? Really? How does it betray you like that? Like, I mean that as a legitimate question, because I'm curious what that experience is for you. Okay, I don't think there's anything else for us to do. We have our smiley face to still go to, but otherwise we can portal out. Unless there's something like right here in this little corner.
Image.
Back off, buddy. Oh, I am so glad we came back. I almost didn't.
Death is my power to wield.
Nice. That is going to be really good for us. So that essence, again, this is a crafting item, okay? Updates a magic item to a rare item, adding a guaranteed modifier. Focus or wand, 35 to 40% increased spell damage. We got so busy, and normally my ADHD works great in those frantic situations, but like maybe it's because I'm new, but I could barely focus on what I was doing enough to get the cookies out. I could understand that. But I think a lot of that's just because you don't have patterns yet.
Scatter before me.
That was it. Okay.
What have you learned?
What?
What a bow. Shame I gotta dismantle it.
Stay in sight.
Oops. Boop, boop. All right. Now, where do we need to go next? We did everything we could do in the Mastodon Badlands. So, left, we still have Valley of the Titans and Keth. Anything else? Nope, that's it. Okay. Bye, sweetie. Have fun.
The skeleton city of a once great culture. How
What was that
adorable.
voice crack?
Rise!
All right, you little ground gremlins. Was there an indication they were in the sand? Did I miss that? Okay, I saw the skeletons there, but that's not... Little sand guys, I think, are literally just coming out of nowhere. Little sand guys. Big sand guys. All right, we're going to stick to the outer edge just because it makes it so much easier. I managed to do that again. I keep... Oh, okay. So I guess we're in a boss pit.
Serpent Queen, slither for me.
So I would have tried to get in a fight directly before doing this, had I realized that's what this was.
Corpse raiser.
You just signed your own death warrant. I hope you know. Ooh. All right, we just got hit with a vulnerability. We got to be careful. All right, she's down for a stun. We gotta break that armor again. Almost got her. Ooh, okay, that got a little weird, but it wasn't terrible. The weirdness came from the fact that we didn't start this boss fight from any position of power. So, ooh, level 7. All right, we're definitely going to level up our arsonists.
I will squash you.
See, we'd have come and started a fight like this, so we could start the fight with an army. And the health buffer, instead of just running into it dry. Revitalizing minion? Sure. Alright, Lesser Storm Rune. Alright, I wanted us... Oh, there's the second relic. That's nice. So you basically combine these two relics on a statue somewhere, and it gives you a bonus to either life regeneration or mana regeneration on your flasks, I believe is what this one does. Again, that tells you how much I've played. Because I know it does a thing. Stairs. Darn. Nothing of value. Okay. Go, my minions! I will pick up that rawhide flask, because...
Death is my power to wield.
Again, remember, the whole reason we're banging on the shield is because it strips armor, and it blocks incoming damage. We do have to watch our stun meter and make sure we don't get knocked around, because we blocked too much. Nice. Nothing of value, but a second trove exists. Gem Cutter's Prism. Very interesting. I wonder what quality does to the different gems. We'll have to look. All right, remember, we're staying to one wall. Oh, there's the Lost City. We're going to go in. There should be a waypoint right on the other side. That's the entire point.
The once verdant city is
Now we want to
still
go...
mostly intact, but
It's still mostly intact. He's only mostly dead. Oh, more stairs. Some kind of shrine?
too much clutter.
All right. And we leveled off of that. Because the maximum life isn't as important, we're going to run this way. The maximum life is helpful. It is important, but it's not. I don't know why we didn't read that immediately. Because Brunick's an idiot is the answer. All right.
What have you learned?
Who goes there?
Speak
All
out.
right. Of no value, of no value, of no value. Okie dokie.
I will tell your tale.
Thank you, old lady. I will probably die and it will probably need to be told. I don't know. We're already doing pretty good,
Here we
honestly. Level 8. See, the temptation to use the Spectre and to do all of those things
Tell your
is
tale.
really high, but I just don't know enough about it right now. It's a lower life regeneration by a significant amount, but it's okay. All right. 2 extra skill points. Next skill point will give us this, which is an increased area of effect, which will have a massive impact on our arsonists. Do we pick up another warrior because we can at the moment, or do we do something else? How much spirit is it going to cost me to... I don't know. I'm really scared to use this skill, y'all.
Young one. You young one.
I know I shouldn't be. There's no reason for it to scare me. That's a bit dramatic, but it is what it is. That was at least a nice loot chamber. Come on, minions.
I can create better.
See, I don't want to use it on something and have wasted the skill gem and also not get what I want out of it. I know skill gems are something that you can just replace, but it's a lot harder when you can't just replace them. All right, I think we found everything of value. I want to check down here. I'd like to also kind of check up there, but less important. Wow. All right, we're going to pick up these items that are just laying here because materials. And we're going to hop over.
Greetings.
Young one.
And then we're going to sell these just to try to make a little extra gold. We're a little gold poor. And then we're going to teleport to Lost City. Because we went in and got that waypoint. Yeah. All right, so here we have a boss. Okay, this is no big deal. Checkpoint.
Putrefy.
I'm going to start probably using that more. The life cost on it is so much lower until we get things moving with the bone skewers. Once we have momentum on this build, it works beautifully. But building that momentum can be a problem.
None can oppose me.
Nice. Man. I expected more of a fight out of that. Again, I think sometimes that's what scares me when I'm playing on hardcore, because it's like, oh, by the way, this has been so incredibly easy, and now you made a stupid mistake and you're dead.
Emerge.
Oh. So, like, if I Spectre him, will it be a caster? Alright, chat, we're going to try it. Oh, not an option? Okay. Don't die, please. I mean, I'm trying not to. I have no desire to start over. I will. But I'd rather not. You know.
Squish, squish.
Oh, what in the world? See, like, that one has additional projectiles. If I resurrect one of these, do I get... I don't even get that option to resurrect these. Okay, so I cannot resurrect special monsters. That... Now, The reason I made sure I said that... Oh, anybody want to place bets on if this is a trap? I've seen this movie before. It wanted me looking at the loot. But that implies to me that the properties of the creature in question do actually matter. Also, the different spirit costs imply the same. So I need to kind of think of it. I need to kind of watch. Nothing of value to me at the moment. It's a random checkpoint. Okay. Why did everything get tanky all of a sudden? Where? I see my guys running around hitting things, and I'm like, I don't see the things you're hitting. There's too many things on the screen. Chick just said, you're not good enough, undead. Oh! I should have noticed those were soldiers instead of a wall. My bad. Okay, so... No, the stone soldiers don't count either. Interesting. Is there just any... I'm sitting here trying to think. Is there just any regular old everyday mob that I think is impressive? I don't think the answer right now is yes anywhere. Is that Sand Spirit an option? Oh, because he was a minion, probably not.
None can oppose me.
Darn. I'm trying to figure out if I want something ranged or tanky or... Please? Will the Risen Magi be an option? I keep hoping. Oh, interesting. Okay, so T is set to something else? That's tagging items? Because they disappear as soon as I do that. Maybe that's just a bad bind. Oh, that wasn't charging right through everything. Can I not if I rip their soul out? Okay, let's try. Aha. Okay. Okay, today we learned. Alright, chat, if we use the bone spears to rip their soul out, we lose the ability to resurrect them. So I can resurrect the terracotta soldiers. Where are you going? I have killed everything this way. Oh, except for these guys, I guess. Where are you going? You had to go all the way over here to find something? Oh, you did not. Oh, that was mean. Is it really going to hit this unique mob with this?
What a disgustingly shiny thing.
Kill the shiny. Blah.
No.
Okay.
Quickly.
Nothing? All right.
What?
What? Buckler. Spiked club is useless to us. I'm going to stop doing blues. I'm going to start manually selling those. All right. What do we got? What do we got? That's some good resists. Ooh, okay. Do my shield skills count as melee skills? Interesting question. But also the 70 to max life. Extra physical damage to attacks, which should also count for all of my stuff. Probably going to be something we use. Okay.
I will tell your tale.
Okay. And that. Alright, we're going to swap those out. Sweet. And then these just need to be sold. We're going to stash these for later.
Young one, I've got this could be. Stay inside.
Who goes there?
Let's look and see what they have for sale, just in case. Purity of Lightning.
Stay inside.
Check her. I
No
don't
need
think
to
there's
rush.
anything new, like armor-wise or... Nope. That shield right there, but that's the same type of shield we have. Maybe it could be better, maybe not. It'll be hard to know. There's our passive skill point for the extra area damage for our arsonists. Doobie-doobie-doo. Oh,
You should have served me.
alright. So we do need to watch if we have something we want to try to res. Alright, so I stopped casting because I wanted to see. Interesting. Okay. I was hoping that beetle, the adorned beetle, would show up, but it did not. Is that everything? Oh. Alright. So I am intentionally not casting that because I want to see the risen... I wanted this Magi. Because he has fire! Alright, we're gonna go.
An old prize locked away, not for long.
Those might be interesting, too. Nope. Man. No! Chat. We accidentally did it. No. I accidentally clicked on... I was hovering over something when I clicked it, and it was like, oh, you want to make this your thing. So now we have beetles, I guess. I have to get enough spirit to be able to summon them. Is this all just dead ends? Was there not somewhere further for it to go? And when did that drop and I missed it? That keeps happening. One of the things about this minion build is I keep looking up and going, when did that drop? Okay, we have 100% looked at every single square inch of this. So we need to come and check out the rest of this and see if we can figure out where in the heck... Yeah, I remember leaving all of that behind. I'm assuming it's going to be here in this corner we haven't explored, because that makes sense, but... I don't even know what I'm looking for, if I'm looking for anything. Again, that's just got to do with frequency.
I will unmake you!
I'm hoping to be able to get an amulet or something with some, Okay, so I was kind of here, but not really. There's going to be nothing, and I'm going to be upset. No! All that running around. Oh, there's the buried shrines? Is that... Which one did we come out of? Why don't I remember this being here? Okay, so if we go through here... I think that's where we originally came from. Nope, because it's down. Alrighty!
Long forgotten shrines, show me your secrets.
Again, I've seen this horror movie before. You mean there's a treasure here for free? You're gonna head to bed. No problem, sweetie. I'm glad you stayed and kept me company for a little while. I love you too, sweetie. Have a good night. Oh. If you're still here, Danny D, this is what a trap looks like.
Of course, they're alive.
Oh geez, oh geez. Look at all the life globes on the ground. Holy. That was actual insanity. Thankfully, they didn't hurt. Double check our corners over here. Oh, that would have been cool to have had. Not that I know that I can.
You should have served me.
Okay. Oh. Part of me thinks it would be cool to do the armor remnants as well and do like a remnant style build. But I don't know. That seems like a lot to trust on chain killing in an environment where that may not always be possible.
Another corpse to serve me.
Ah. Charge. Oh, that was really close. So look down here. This is my stun bar. Had I taken even one more hit with my shield out, I'd have been stunned. By the way, being heavy stunned in this game is essentially death. So we've got to really be careful of that. We need to watch our stun threshold of ourselves.
Infection.
A little closer. All right. They went this way, so I'm going this way. That would also be nice if there was a way to make that bar more visible. And maybe there is, and we just need to find it in the options somewhere. I don't know.
Death is my power to wield.
We are crackling with energy. Not in a good way. Boy, we are making the big loop-de-loop here, aren't we?
No.
Alright, if I remember correctly, there's a boss in the next room over here. Which is great. We are literally just chewing through them. But I want to double check all of these rooms just because. Dooby-dooby-doo. You want all the levels and all the loot. Checkpoint.
The child to die. He holds a new loyalty now.
I was mortal then. I was weak.
Then why did you never come look for me after your ascension?
They told me you had died.
My king nears.
I don't know that we're actually doing damage. Ooh, that's fire. That resurrection time saved our bacon. You are stunned. Ooh, I wish you would bring up some minions.
Sins of the mother. Sins of the mother.
Alright, we should be able to drop him in this health. No?
Sins of the mother.
Oh, because his armor debuff ran off. Yikes.
He didn't want me.
Damn. Okay. Lesser Jeweler's Orb. Heck yeah. Those are critical. Those are important. We take those. Now, we need to really think through what we put those on. Because, oh my goodness. Oh, let's first salvage. Yeah. We'll definitely take the socket piece first. Oh? A 34 to maximum life. We lose 3 strength. I don't think it makes a massive difference one way or the other, honestly. We'll go ahead and swap them just because.
Do not wander.
Alright, this amulet's interesting. Spell damage and critical hit chance. None of those are particularly interesting to us at the moment. Alright. I need to step away and go to the restroom really quick. Actually, what time is it? Okay, folks, we only have about 10 minutes left. So I'm going to go ahead and drop out just a little bit. I was almost said clock out like I'm actually at work. I greatly appreciate anybody who has been here, been watching, been enjoying the time. I hope this build is helping some people, inspire some things. Maybe it's something you want to try yourself. If so, let me know. As always, links to Discord, YouTube, everything else are in the Twitch profile. If you are joining us on YouTube, please join us over on Twitch anytime you get the chance. That is Sunday, Monday, and Wednesday, 5 p.m. Central Time to 9 p.m. Central Time. And sometimes random weird dates in the middle. For example, this Saturday, we don't have a start time yet. We'll announce it on Discord when we do. We're going to end up doing a 24-hour stream for Freckles' birthday, who was here joining us and talking earlier. That's going to be a lot of fun. I hope everybody can show up for that. That is going to be an absolute blast. Don't know what we're going to be playing on the 24 hours. It obviously will be multiple different games. I'm sure she will have us an entire menu. But if you have suggestions, we'd love to hear them down in Discord. You have a fantastic rest of your evening, and we will catch you later.